What role does special interest play in this? I mean, you know, as you well know, 505 out of 538 members have taken a pro-Israel lobbying or campaign contribution in their careers. 94% of Congress. I mean, in a vote like this, that seems to be pretty relevant.
You know, when you see these people falling over themselves in Congress, unable to actually make form a rational sentence about why this war of choice is the one that we are engaging in, why there is no strategy on what there is to be accomplished, why there is never going to be a justification on why we kill school children, who are trying to just get an education. You start to wonder, how much does the money that they get for their campaigns play a role? How much does their desire to stay in office while sacrificing the lives of Americans and the lives of people in the Middle East plays into just their desire for power and their ambition? It is unfortunate. I always say this, that, in the House of Representatives, we do not have people who represent the interests of the American people. I know that people would look at me and they would say that's not, what the Congresswoman stands for, but I have been very, very honest about the fact that I take my oath seriously, that I put the American people first, and every single vote that I've ever taken has been to make sure that we are upholding our oath and that we are creating a path for Americans to thrive and not for others to thrive on our backs.
And then the last question is, we've done a series reporting on Jeffrey Epstein's ties to intelligence agencies, namely the CIA and the Mossad. There was an Israeli spy named Yoni Koren who was basically directly under Ehud Barak, who stayed in his New York City apartment for several periods of multiple weeks on end. He negotiated a back channel between Russia and Israel during the Syrian civil war. I mean, this is geopolitical. And I'm wondering whether you think there's any self-protection going on. We spoke about special interests, but do you think there's any self-protection going on related to those ties between Epstein and Israel, and then what's coming with the Epstein files?
Well, I call the Republicans the pedophile protection party, and their chief in command is the president of the United States. Back to Russiagate, we've always talked about what blackmail for the president looks like. There's always been talks about the fact that there are compromising photos somewhere out there. Maybe those compromising photos exist either with the Russians or with the Israelis. And I wouldn't put it past these spy agents to use, honeypot has been used by Mossad often, very documented, when it comes to their operations in Palestine, when it comes to their operations in Lebanon, when it comes to their operations in Syria and in Jordan. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of those operations includes President Trump.